All right, Saggies, it's time. He's like, why not Aries? Well, he's an Aries. He always wants the Aries reading. Totally Aries. All right, this is for Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. This is a weekly reading, the end of September. Let's see what happens. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher. So if you're watching this and you're not a Sag and you're paying attention to a Sag, that makes you a cross watcher. All right, let's see what's happening. What is going on for Saggies, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Let's see what's going on for you, Saggies. Wow, I keep getting this. This is a Leo card of courage. I also keep getting the Tower for people. Trust. Yeah. This is a big change, psychic. Okay. So this is a change. I feel like some of you have had in the past either an overabundance of trust for people that did not deserve it, or an underabundance of trust in yourself. And those two things are kind of like match set. That when you have an underabundance of trust in yourself, you tend to externalize. And Saggies, we've always had this thing about people who, everybody's like us, or, we're, if you're trustworthy, you think everybody's trustworthy. And then you go the opposite way and you're really like, I can't trust anybody. No, it's really about the relationship to trusting yourself. And I also feel like some of you, because you're gaining some courage in this regard, meaning you're starting to trust yourself more. It's you're trusting in your own innate ability to determine friend or foe. Okay, so psychic here. So some of you could be opening up to another level of psychic suddenly, very suddenly. Some of you are opening up to another level of guides or another level of your spiritual capabilities, right? There's another gear. You're finding another gear, Sag, which is really awesome. All right, so let's see what wants to come through for Saggies. What is wanting to come through for Saggies? Okay. 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords. This is the lack of trust thing. 2 of Pentacles. Oh, here's your card. Look at that. The 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, all these energies of lack, of holding on, of not sure, of what if they're lying to me? What if they're cheating on me? There's this whole thing. And the 3 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups, and there you are. Okay? There's the courageous energy. I feel like some of you are dealing with a Leo or a Virgo. Could be dealing with another Sag. But there's just this sense of so many people in the past have kind of clobbered you. And I almost feel like you're stepping into a new beginning with people that you might have blocked off. Like, I just don't know who I can trust, so I'm blocking everybody. But now there's a sense of like, I'm learning how to trust people. I'm learning what makes them open, what makes someone trustworthy and what makes someone not trustworthy. I'm trusting myself more. I'm able to see. I've done the work. I've done the healing. So this next little bit of time here, this last week of September, I do feel like you kind of get rewarded for that. That, like you've come back together with a group of friends that maybe you cut off because you weren't sure if you could trust them, but you can. Or relationships you thought were over are now coming back around. You might have thought you were on your own for a while, but I really feel like the universe is bringing back people you can trust. Those who you can't trust, I do feel like they've fallen away. All right, so there's the 3 of Swords. I kind of see that. 8 of Cups, walking toward a new way of learning about yourself and learning about the world. That's really nice. The Devil energy, the 10 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Same thing goes for money or your relationships to resources. Some of you have stepped away from relationships and really gone into a place, or no, not stepped away from relationships, stepped away from the focus on relationships and turned your attention to, okay, I'm going to learn about this. I'm going to learn about myself. I'm going to do some healing on myself. I'm going to see the parts of me that were really, right? This 3 of Swords, Devil energy, 9 of Swords. I feel like, okay, hold on one second. 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. Real beautiful healing energy here. And we'll do some clarification. I almost feel like some of you have stepped away from a person that you might have trusted in the past because you're kind of like, I don't think I can trust them anymore. And I feel like you trusted this person in the past. Again, could be a Virgo, could be a Leo, Capricorn, maybe an earth sign. And I just feel like you're changing your viewpoint on how much you open yourself up to somebody. I almost feel like you did this by accident. I'm almost feeling like, because Page of Pentacles is like, this is new information in your hands. So I feel like you walked away from a potential heartache with someone that you might have trusted in the past who is no longer trustworthy. And that's a big backflip for you, because it does feel to me a little bit like, were they really trustworthy? I don't think they were. And I think you're finally seeing that you trusted somebody in the past. You thought they were good for you, or you thought they were a good person or something like that. And I don't think you really knew what all went down. So this person might have broken up with you in the past or left you behind or something like that. And maybe they're back around, right? Maybe they've come back around, or maybe there's another opportunity here where you're kind of like, I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to kind of put it to you, that if you feel like recently you said some stuff to this person, like all of a sudden you're having conversations again. I don't know if it's a friend or if it's a colleague or if it's an old love or somebody that was in your life that you really did feel was like a good person, or you feel like is like you. They're not like you. You might have even said to them, like, we're so similar. And that was maybe like a red flag to spirit to say, I want to show you how not similar this person is. Okay. And I feel like you kind of dodged a bullet here. This person was not that good in the past, and you kind of maybe put them on a pedestal. You kind of shined a light and was like, oh, well, this was just a bad time in their life. But honestly, I just am feeling like this person is sneaky. They're sneaky. They're a little clueless of their own life. I feel like they have some kind of money issue. They're kind of coveting you because you're like, oh, they're so awesome. And not awesome. Not awesome. Here's Mary Jo telling you they're not awesome. So I think this person thinks that they're going to have a really good life because they're coming back around to you. And they do need help. This person needs help. I almost feel like this person could have a big money problems. Big money problems. And for you, Sagittarius, I'm just going to say, like, be really in your spiritual gifts, really in your psychic ability about telling who's a good person and who's not that good a person. This Knight of Pentacles is one of these cards that is like, I always say this, I talk about this a lot, that this person is somebody who's super trustworthy. The Virgo energy here of like, what you see is what you get and all of that. I feel like that person uses that kind of like, aw shucks, kind of behavior. This person's acts in a trustworthy way, or maybe they feel victimized by another situation. And so they're kind of, they feel not vindicated, but they feel like they're allowed to be sneaky because something else is going on in their life where they're feeling bad. So whether it's their work life or their romantic life, they feel justified. That's the word. They feel justified in acting like the White Knight or acting like someone who is trustworthy. But in reality, they're not trustworthy. What they're doing is not trustworthy. So this person could be married, and because they're in a situation where their spouse is really not good to them, they feel justified. Maybe they're in a situation at work where they feel taken advantage of. So they feel justified in like stealing from their employer or something like that. And they kind of separate that from what makes people considered good people or not good people or whatever. It's like there's no pure good people. There's no pure bad people, really, in my view. Okay. I feel like people go in one direction and then at some point maybe they double down. I just feel like this person loves the feeling that you give them by being so like, oh, you're so special, right? And they're not. So I want you to, if you're in this situation, if this is your reading, if you're in this situation, I want you to really look back. I want you to there should be a King of Swords here, I feel. I want you to really take away this energy of, I either trust 100% or I trust no one. I want you to kind of be more aware of how people are not 100% good or 100% bad. I just don't believe that. I believe that people can go in that direction. But I also feel like there's pivot points in our lives where we choose one side of our nature or another side of our nature. Sometimes we really opt towards, if you're committed to a life of truth and honesty, then you really want to opt towards something that is of a more kind of trustworthy behavior. And if you are feeling like I just get the sense that this person feels cheated or feels robbed or feels like there's other stuff in their life that justifies them for not so good behavior. So this is someone that you may have loved in the past who is being very untrustworthy right now because they think they can. And Sag, we get these people all the time because of our trusting nature. And if you've gone over to that place of I trust nobody, this person showing up may almost renew your faith in that there are good people in the world, but it's also going to bring you around to the realization that everybody is a mix of these things. Everybody has the opportunity to go in certain directions all the time. And so this purity test, I feel like that's where you get in trouble with your trust, is that there is no such thing as a purity test. So in the past, I feel like this person really might have broken your heart, but you still feel like they're good on some level. And, if this is you, if you are kind of struggling with your own, I just saw the Cancer card there. If you're struggling with your own sort of sense of what good and bad is in your own life, and can I trust people? Can I not trust people? Number one, I feel like your psychic abilities about people are getting heightened. I feel like that's this person's lesson to you in this life, that they're teaching you. They may not be aware of this. Okay, I'm not saying that this person is some kind of idealized teacher. This person, people can be effing great teachers and have no idea that that's their role in your life. This person is teaching you to be more discerning. Okay, so in the past here, this Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. We already have the Nine of Swords down here. I just feel like there's that sense of like, I trusted you and, I'm nervous about trusting you again. The Devil energy, the Page of Cups. There's a little bit of apology here. I feel like this person maybe in the past was somebody who might have been trustworthy. Not sure why I'm doing that. Who might have been trustworthy, and they don't. I feel like they're afraid of becoming a bad person. And if you kind of turn around to them and say, "You're pulling some shit here," if you turn around to this person and say that, it's like you've uncovered their shadow side. All right. Yes, that's what you're doing. So your shadow side can be this trust thing where you're either 100% trusting or 0% trusting. And I feel like you turn around and you like call this person out for being untrustworthy. Wow. I just feel like you tear a hole in the time-space continuum with that. Okay. So, Six of Swords. there's a little bit of no harm, no foul here. I don't really feel like you go down this road with this person, but I also feel like the purpose of this is for you to celebrate your sense of, you know, more than you think. You have capability, right? That's psychic capability. You have this awareness of people's inner nature. And I think you're calling this person out. Okay, so I see you walking away, this Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles. This is a new skill for you. This is definitely a new skill for you, Cancerian. Okay, it could be a Cancerian. And this Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles, what is this about? Star. I just feel like this action of you moving on from this person, you could be Eight of Cups and Chariot is forward movement. So you could be like making tracks away from this person, mostly because you've healed. All right. And now this is something, another card of healing here. There's something about helping other people learn this lesson. Okay. About either their psychic intuition, learning to trust themselves, or learning something about healing this trust. And you do it by being more trustworthy, you become more aware of who you can trust and who you can't by healing your own nature, not by, oh, I'm attracting too many narcissists. When you know how to discern from these people, you're like, it's no big deal. Bring it. Like, come on. I can tell you and you and you. I can see now. I can see who people are and their intentions. King of Wands, baby. So there is a reason for this. And I feel like the reason for this has to do with your leveling up, like getting another gear in terms of your psychic capability. And that may be moving you forward in your life. I feel like you're healing a sense of trusting a nature versus someone who's not trusting at all. And so you're getting these tests coming in. And I just feel like there's a reason. There might be some people coming on your path. So we're going to continue on in this reading, and let's see who shows up and how this plays out. Okay. Link is in the description box below, Sagittarius. I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.